Hey guys, I'm back with my not really enthused sounding, slightly sarcastic toned Pokemon narrated battles. Woohoo! Go me. Yeah. Anyway, this is a battle, as I normally do when I do narrated battles, against someone with a, I would say, interesting team, but, I pretty much say interesting team all the time to describe my opponent. So I'm going to go with, it's a diverse team. You got Pokemon from a lot of different tiers. You got like Weavile, Ovu, and Zapdos, and you got Gastrodon, Nu, and if you subscribe to kind of like the whole tiers idea, which I know quite a lot of you don't, as quite a lot of you don't like Smogon generally. I actually quite like Smogon as a site, for information and whatnot. I know some, a lot of some of the battles there can be, upper tier, but I don't really get all this kind of, like whole really anti-Smogonite kind of view. I mean, like, you don't have to follow their, movesets. They're just kind of there for, those who kind of like want to have an idea of how to play the game properly, but whatever. I'm not going to get into this now because it's always a contentious point. But anyway, they send out their Arcanine, I send out Moltres. They switch out to Zapdos, which I kind of was expecting a switch, but I went with Air/Slash anyway, in case it had Thunder Fang. I luckily get critical hits and does over half damage to Zapdos, so I was pretty happy about that. But you sometimes feel bad if you get the critical hit and you don't really deserve it. But anyway, Moltres endures, because mine has Endurance Salad Berry. I figured Thunderbolt would be coming, and Moltres was slower than Zapdos anyway. I prayed not to get paralyzed from the Thunderbolt, and luckily I didn't, so Salad Berry works. Zapdos takes Life Orb damage, which is always good. I think Flamethrower probably would have KO'd Zapdos anyway without the critical Air/Slash, but had it not, I probably would have just overheated anyway, and that probably would take, and then definitely would have taken out Zapdos had it not missed. So Zapdos probably would have gone down anyway, barring the luck. Anyway, they send out their Arcanine back in. I figured it pretty much has extreme speed because, pretty much every Arcanine does these days. Actually, although Heart Gold Soul Silver is given, Arcanine Morning Sun, which means more defensive varieties do pop up now and then. But no, this one does in fact have extreme speed and takes down Moltres. Basically, well, I mean, as you all know, priority moves are basically the bane of any kind of like, endure strategy really. And extreme speed is a pain of a move to deal with a lot of the time. They switch out their Arcanine, good idea really, because of, they're going to get a water attack in the face. They switch in Feraligatr. Hydro Pump ends up missing, but it wasn't likely to do much to Feraligatr anyway. But that actually ended up being fairly kind of crucial, that Hydro Pump missing a little bit later on, as you will probably see. It was very annoying that it missed, but that's what you're dealing with when you do not 100% accuracy moves. I switch in Pinsir because I figure it's probably going to Dragon Dance, and if it doesn't, then I can easily take a hit from it anyway, as Feraligatrs don't really have anything super effective against Bug. It does in fact Dragon Dance, and therefore I was thinking, well, okay, I'm kind of expecting this, so I wasn't sure what to do next. I figured I'd risk it and do a Swords Dance and see what Feraligatr did. If it Dragon Danced again, I kind of would have been ruined. But thankfully it uses Waterfall, and I was praying for it not to KO and to get me down to my Salad Berry, and it in fact does, so that was like fantastic for me. And I Swords Dance successfully, so now I should be much faster than Feraligatr, which is always good if you're wanting to, KO something. K something? What the hell is wrong with me? So I use X-Scissor. I was praying for it to KO, but it just, like, it lives with about 5 HP, and like had Hydro Pump hit, I would have gone down, so I would have been kind of alright, really. But sadly I wasn't, and Waterfall finishes off Pinsir. So I was kind of a bit screwed at this point, because clearly after Dragon Dance, Feraligatr was now faster than my Seadra, and without it would therefore compromise the safety of kind of like my Seadra's Focus Sash. I figured I'd be getting extreme speed anyway from Arcanine the following turn, so I didn't bother to agility, and that waterfall did a ton of damage to Seadra anyway. I mean, Seadra's got pretty, you know, poor defenses. Most NFEs, yeah, do. What, I can't think. It's 1:15 in the morning. Give me that at least. That I can't think at this time, but. Anyway, Arcanine comes back out again, and clearly I just get, you know, extreme speeded. Oh, I didn't end out this part. That was lazy and stupid of me, but, well, out of the waiting part, but, yeah, it's not that long anyway. This guy was pretty quick. I was expecting extreme speed, but he just decides to use his Power Herb and Solar Beam just to add insult to injury, really, and it absolutely obliterates Seadra. So, yeah, that was the end of the battle. Had that Hydro Pump missed, I probably would have won, because I could have used Hydro Pump with Seadra and finished off Arcanine as long as it hadn't missed, because I would have still had my Sash intact, and Solar Beam wouldn't have KO'd it. I hope you enjoyed the battle, and I'll see you guys next time.